What is the furthest place that we've been? Is it here? I know this is where the thing was, but I can't remember. We opened up an area. Like there was a path. Is it this way? Oh, okay, there's so many of you. Fuck. Is it this way? Alright, let's look down here. No, this is just the drunk Borgwai. Oh, and then there's this. So there's nothing this way other than this door. Hey, Chim. Welcome. Alright. Yeah, because I don't want to go through the door yet. Oh, I can't. This is just a dead end. Okay. Huh. Okay. Let's see then. And I know there's like the capital, not capital. There was the bridge with the governor on it, the super governor. This way. Is there other stuff around here? Is that an area up there? What? Deliver? Oh, it's the eyes. Okay. Because he has faces on his face, see? Is it Shigandang? Okay. He was mentioned in the Stone Vanguard thing. Okay, how did that hit me? Okay, that didn't hit me. Okay. He has very similar attacks to Shigandang. There we go. Smash that. Go. Okay, ouch, that hit me. Whoa. Come on. Oh no. Okay, well that saved me, so it wasn't a waste. There we go. Yao Guai King Shigandang. Okay. Heart of Stone. Materials. Okay. 2 sparks. This is as much as I can do there. Expanding pillar stance could be really good. Reduces stamina cost of heavy attacks, slightly increases damage dealt by all varied combos. That's really good. Foundation. Engage distance of light attack starter. That's not something we're really worried about right now. Maximum mana increase could be really solid. Oh, that costs 2. I didn't even notice. Okay, well, so we're going to need even more levels than I thought. Skanda of Feeling. What is that? The Heart of Stone belonged to one who renounced faith and slaughtered the divine and can be used in crafting weapons. Okay. Skanda of Feeling in Arhat gold piece. Peeling gold from the Arhat statue's face. How outrageous. There must be a reason behind such an act. With a single blow, I shall reveal the humble clay beneath your gilded facades. Hopquirt says, I wonder if this is going to get Game of the Year. It definitely isn't. It is not that good. And I think most people agree to that. It's kind of middle of the road. Emotion is the child of uncertainty, born from the touch of experience. Once hidden inside the Buddha's head, this treasure has a secret yet to be revealed. Interesting. Oh, I can rotate it. Neat. Okay. Okay. Well, I wanted to go this way, so. Oh. Shigandang. In a sea of bitterness, harsh winds bring the tide. Only those favored ones can reach the other side. The fragrance of rained soil spreads far and wide, yet dustless is the realm where the Buddhas reside. Years ago, upon Yellowwind Ridge, several cliffstones drank deeply of the essence of sky and earth, basking in the energy of sun and moon. In time, they awakened, transforming into sentient stone guai. Among them, 2, through advanced cultivation, were bestowed with the title of mountain deities. One day, for reasons unknown, several Buddha heads emerged from the ground on the ridge. These heads, complete with eyes, ears, mouths, noses, and even flexible muscles. The amount of typos is very silly at this point. Were profoundly bizarre. Upon seeing any living creature, they would scream loudly, and if it approached, they would swallow the creature whole. One stone guai, finding these Buddha heads strange and dangerous, decided to eliminate them to protect the mountain's inhabitants. It rammed into one of the Buddha heads, crushing it to a pulp. However, the flesh adhered to the stone guai's body and soon grew into a new stone Buddha head. From that moment on, the stone guai's temperament completely changed. It began to roam the mountain, searching for other Buddha heads, crushing them and allowing them to grow on its back. As the number of Buddha heads on its body increased, so did its size. It no longer took nourishment from the universe, but instead fed on the mountain's living creatures to cultivate. The other stone guais could not defeat it. A single punch from it would shatter them into pieces, destroying their souls. When the yellow-furred rat and his followers left the Kingdom of Flowing Sands and passed through Yellowwind Ridge, they encountered the mountain deities, leading several stone guais to drive the infested stone guai away. The yellow-furred rat seemed to understand the nature of those Buddha heads well. A strong sense of righteousness led him and his followers into battle. In a great victory, the yellow-furred rat not only destroyed the infested stone guai, but also eradicated all the flesh Buddha heads in the mountain. He extracted the essence from the guai and divided it between the 2 brave mountain deities. He also gathered out the eyeballs from the Buddha heads and placed them in a valley as a seal. The mountain's inhabitants greatly admired the Yellow Wind guai. Seeing that he could summon the wind, they named him the Yellow Wind Sage and revered him as their king, settling with him in Yellowwind Ridge. Hi, Toma. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's that one. Is it down here, or does this just lead down to the desert-y part? Oh, we need to go visit the rock Man, yeah, this just leads to the deserty part. Okay. Chama asks, how is the game treating me? Remember seeing it being announced and being kind of jazzed for it. I think it's kind of mid, but, you know, it's okay. Not everything needs to be super awesome. It's very unpolished and very janky. Oh. Moderately increase the damage executed by charge, smash, heavy attacks. Okay. Sure. We'll try that one. Oh, it's here. Here's where I needed to go. Okay. Yeah. No? Is this a new area? Where am I? I don't actually recognize this place. There we go. This game is like prime rental from the video store material. Like, that's how I feel about it. It feels like the kind of game I would rent at the video store when I was like 12. My hand was fully off the controller when that was happening. There we go. All right. Another one of you. There we go. All right, another spark. I've been poisoned. Great. All right, let's see. What's this? Yao Guai core, that's it? Dang. It's not really worth it. So there was a little spot that I got to before. And I don't remember where it is. It's not up here, I don't think. I don't know what happens if we go up here. Is it going to be openable? It is not. But there is something back there to interact with. So is this just the altar? Is this what would have opened before? Is it like a shortcut? Someone made a comparison. I have a friend who's playing the game as well, and they made a comparison that like this is less of a Souls game and more like the new God of Wars. I thought that was interesting. Oh, Toma, thank you for buying those gift subs. That's really helpful. I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Yeah, so they mentioned like this game, the thing this game reminds them the most of is God of War 2020 or whatever, or like God of War Ragnarok. And I think that makes sense. I haven't played the new God of Wars. I've only played the old ones. But like I can see where that comparison like might make sense from like what I understand about those games. Because in the end, this game isn't actually like an open world exploring game. It is like a, you know, it's not like a Dark Souls. You're in a world, you have to go find through the, like go through the environment and figure out what's going on type situation. This game is like very much a linear level based experience. So that's where I am right now. That was back there. Oh, this is where I was. Crouching Tiger Temple. Okay. Let's go back to Valley of Despair. Some sort of journey in the western direction. That is true. That's exactly right. Willem, you got it. You know, and I'm enjoying the presentation of this game because it is really great. And I was playing a little bit off stream, just testing settings. Oh, as you can see, actually, oops, my my FPS counter is in the top left of the screen. Normally, I turn that off when we're streaming. I was testing settings and I forgot to turn that off. Oh, you motherfucker! For real? There we go. I was testing settings and like when if you play this game with like ray tracing fully turned on, holy smokes, it looks good. And like granted, I can't record with it like that because the game is so demanding that if I try to record and use VC face at the same time and turn ray tracing on, I get like 20 frames per second, which is just not you know, feasible for playing a video game on stream. But if you're just interested in playing the game and seeing what the game is like, and you have the kind of horsepower needed to play it, like even if you're just playing at 1440p, like 1440p with all the bells and whistles on, oh boy, does this game look tasty. It is very beautiful. All right, I'm gonna turn off that overlay. Okay, we have to find the rock dude, and I kind of don't remember where he is. I think I'm too far forward. I think maybe he was in Fright Cliff. Even through the stream, it looks nice. Yeah, I mean, it's a good looking game. Hi, Jay. This is one of those games I could see myself getting addicted to. The more I stop, the more I want to keep playing. Happened with Bloodborne, stopped for 2 years, and I couldn't stop playing it. Wow. I can't say that I am that pulled to it, but I do want to keep playing it. That's for sure. Like, I'm definitely enjoying the time I spend with it for the most part. Yeah, it's irritating that doesn't let me fight you. Here we go. I'm a gullible one? Fuck you. Alright. I didn't realize it was gonna let me actually fight him. Oh. Okay. What did that do for me? Azure Dust. Oh, I got a spell. From Azure Dust, a Rockguy stands robust. Transform into a Rockguy immune to all 4 banes. It builds up might when hit. Come back later to trade with Will. Okay, so I just unlocked a merchant. Is that what just happened? That seems worth it. That was pretty cool. Okay. All right. Whatever. You know, like, all right. I'll accept that. Licorice. Interesting. Oh, there's the shrine. I couldn't find it. A tanky spell? Very possible. This game has a lot of bosses. Apparently it does. But granted, I think that like that enemy counts as a boss, so I don't know. I don't know how much I'm really counting on it. So this is Azure Dust. Earth Shatter, strike the enemy 3 times with heavy head, each blow more painful than the last. Dash forward with full force, fully charged to dash further, ramming all enemies. Rock Fall. Building up full focus to unleash their spell. Leap high and smash into the ground, cause a large area of damage. Sure, we'll try it. Why not? Alright. Make medicines. I need tiger subduing pellets, so I might need to go grind some of that. Which I think is just done in the forest, so I might go revisit the forest really quickly and kill quite a few of the mushrooms. J480 says like over 20, more than 20. I think Dark Souls 1 has 22 bosses. I think Dark Souls 3 has like 28. So if it's around there, then like, yeah, that's about as what I would expect. Oop, no, I didn't want to go this way. I wanted to open the gates here and just see what the heck was here. Like, what does doing this actually do? Keenness of Tiger. Okay. Let's travel real quickly. Windseal Gate. Let's see what's here. I took a 3-hour-long nap earlier, which was really nice. But I am still very sleepy. I'm very tired. Okay, I do need keenness of tiger, whatever that is. I'm gonna take this opportunity to let's test this hypothesis. Snake Trail. It's cool that you can go back to old levels at the very least, even if the game isn't like open world, you know? Does this do the thing like Elden Ring, where it presents a lone enemy at the end of a side dungeon, and it would just be a difficult enemy in any other game, but it pulls up a health bar for it? Nope. This game doesn't have side dungeons. The levels are pretty much entirely linear. It will have multiple bosses per level, and it does seem to reuse some of them, but I don't really. It's not comparable to Elden Ring. Like, just as a touch point, it's not quite the same thing. All right, this is not where I thought it was, but all right, these are snakehead mushrooms, right? Yes, they are. Okay, I was right. So this is the place we need to go to gather those. The best comparisons I have for this game are things like Ninja Gaiden Black, God of War, I guess. Like games like that are like very similar to what this is doing. Genji, which someone needs to look up the title of the PS2 Genji. I don't remember the title of that game, but that game also very similar to this. Bujin Guy a little bit. It has like that PS2 action game DNA. Just kind of makes it unique. I mean, it's certainly unique in today's offerings, which I do like. There's a lot about that I enjoy. Yep. And this one's the snaky guy. Snakehead mushroom times 4. We want as many of these as possible because tiger subduing pellets are very helpful. Oh, that's a monkey head fungus. Not the same thing. I guess it doesn't hurt to just kill the enemies here, though, for, like, level purposes, right? Gaining effects or whatever. The best comparison I would have would be Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, says Toma. Yes, it is similar to Devil May Cry and Bayonetta. The reason why I'm not using that specifically as a comparison is because combat is not as freeform as in those games. There are similarities for sure, and the levels are very, very similar in those games. But just like the overall pace of combat is like a little bit more restrained, which is specifically why like Ninja Gaiden Black or even like Sigma, those games are like a good touch point. I don't think there's any other snakehead mushrooms for me to grab. There's this one, but this is an enemy, I think. Oh, no, it's not. Great. Awesome. Very pleased. All right, we got everything we needed. Structure of the world in the game. Yes, very much. Very much similar. Which, you know, frankly, I feel like a lot of people weren't expecting that. If you're watching the VODs of this, you know, I've mentioned this like 27 times, but I think this is an interesting game partially because the expectation versus reality of it. A lot of people got excited about this game and made comparisons to Sekiro and Souls because it's like a hard action game where you fight bosses, right? But like in terms of like the actual play experience, they aren't similar at all. Here we go. Crouching Tiger Temple. This is where we want to go. So like the actual progression of play in this game is very, very different than in those games. Let's craft some stuff. My boss senses are tingling. I think we have a boss coming up. So I think I got like 8 of those things. Ew, I have another one of these, which I do want to use. Okay, so these all cost 2. Good to know. Reduces duration of 4 banes, max stamina up. I really just want more. So, okay, let's see. Smash stance. From the 3rd move, okay. Like all of these like expanded features is like really solid. Like enables sprinting while charging is like really amazing. Perform upon seeing through an enemy. The enemy initiates a light attack combo from the 3rd move. 1. Oh, okay, I see. Man. Just having sprinting while charging is like really solid though, is the thing. Like that really alters how we play. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Thomas says, it honestly feels like Souls-like is a term that gets thrown around a lot to describe difficult combat-oriented games, much like how JRPG can be used to involve games with grinding. I think that people misuse the term Souls-like a lot, yes. I do think that the JRPG thing is more about, like, codified game design, like, ideas, right? Like, JRPGs are descendants of wizardry, that were codified in the early 90s in Japan. So, like, when you call something a JRPG, a Japanese RPG, it's not just because it's an RPG that comes from Japan. It's because it is a game that is a descendant of the Dragon Quest school of game design. So, does that mean that there's, like, a lot of grinding in them? Yes. And, like, so JRPGs all tend to have the same form and tend to look and feel the same. Whereas, even with, like, small benefits or changes, and adaptations in them, we're seeing the same thing with Souls-like, where like people see like a dodge roll in a game or like a stamina bar, and they're like, oh my god, it's a Souls-like. But like the actual unifying feature of a Souls-like is that all enemies drop a universal currency, and that universal currency is used both for leveling and bartering, and is dropped on death. And you risk that universally when you traverse, which what's this? Which like basically makes it so that everything you do is risk reward based on that one universal currency, right? Like that's the real defining aspect of a Souls-like, more so than anything else. And so like I think a lot of people miss out on that because they just see like dodge roll, stamina bar, it's a Souls game, when like in reality, like the key defining feature of a Souls game is not a stamina bar or a dodge roll. It's like how risk and reward is structured and like things like that. Ooh. Celestial Nonary Pill. A miraculous pill refined by Lord Lao from Tushita Palace that massively increases max stamina. Alright, that's useful. That was actually a pretty big increase compared to what it was. That's like almost one whole hit. Almost one whole hit of stamina. Look at that. It's a light attack's worth of stamina. Another parallel to Bayonetta is the pole dancing. Yes, exactly. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, this game definitely isn't a Souls-like under any stretch. And I don't have any new weapons to craft or anything like that. Yeah. Huh.